Goethe set himself the task to unify the four basic color spectra he had found using a glass prism. That turned out to be not altogether easy. You can see on this drawing how he speculated around it. To the right you see the two boundary spectra produced under conditions where darkness successively takes over brightness. Goethe had found that if you push them successively into each other, letting the dark sides meet, you create shadow-like spectra dominated by a wonderful range of purple hues. Likewise, letting the bright sides meet and overlap, you create luminous spectra, more or less dominated by green. Next, to the left in the drawing, he considered the possibility of unifying the four spectra into a hue circle, to signify a closed totality. The problem is only you more or less destroy the boundary spectra, eliminating the deep ruby red and violet, as well as the light lemon yellow and turquoise. The truth is there is no solution to this. The perfect hue circle is an idea that can be illustrated in various ways. It's up to our choice. In the introduction to his Entwurf einer Farbenlehre, Goethe suggests a tentative definition of color. Color is the lawful nature in relation to the sense of vision. Of course, he admitted the impossibility of finding a simple unifying symbol for all this. The best should be to let the phenomena speak for themselves, he says. Nevertheless, he tells us a story about the creation and dynamics of color. I have tried to illustrate it with an animation, showing the gradual unveiling of the hue circle, until it finally stands there in its full splendor. The story goes as follows. Light and darkness are necessary to the appearance of color. Next to the light, a color appears which we call yellow. Another appears next to the darkness, which we name blue. When these in their purest state are so mixed that they are exactly equal, they produce the third color called green. Each of the two first named colors can, however, of itself produce a new tint by being condensed and darkened. They thus acquire a reddish appearance, which can be increased to so great a degree that the original blue or yellow is hardly to be recognized in it. But the intensest and purest red is produced when the two extremes of the yellow-red and blue-red are united. This pure red is the highest level of possible hue values. Goethe proposed that this color potentially includes all other colors. We can descend from it along alternative paths towards yellow or towards blue, recognizing all the beautiful colors of flower petals, and letting them meet again and mix to green, the most earthbound of colors. This is a lively view on color appearance and creation. Only with these 3 or 6 qualities, which can be conveniently arranged on a circle, the elementary color theory is concerned. Of course, You find a lot of U-circles in literature dealing with color systems designed for various practical purposes. Like this one I once put together. It is nothing but a way of ordering a set of color samples in a phenomenologically self-evident way. As you see, I have indicated a couple of places where I would like to find further samples to fit in. I have also indicated outstanding samples such as pure yellow, pure blue and pure red. The point is now that Goethe's intention with the color circle went further than that. What Goethe describes is an inner vision of the nature of color. It is actually on a higher level of abstraction than the digital illustration I just showed you. The essential with the U-circle is that it symbolizes the closed totality of hues. There are no other hues than these. By making the circle seemingly continuous, I have given it the floating appearance, with no individual samples to rest the gaze on. But it is still too strict, I admit. A true symbol should be even more variegated. This inner life and multiplicity of appearances can perhaps only be represented artistically, as in a painting like the following. It was painted by the Swedish artist Arne Klingborg, and inspired by Goethe's tale of the creation and ever-changing appearances of color. Since it was made with watercolors, it is closer to an illustration within reach for Goethe in his time. This is Goethe's ideal color circle, as far as it can be given a visual shape. Klingborg's painting was used for the cover of the Swedish edition of Goethe's Farbenlehre.